what does it mean to zero cost your life, to zero cost your business, and to make everything you do actually cost nothing? Let's dive into that and how I actually spend almost no money on any part of my life. Hey guys, Justin Nelson here with Sphere Rocket VA, and I am excited about today's video. The reality is in a lot of my vlogs and different things that you guys see, you hear Kyler behind the camera and myself always joking about what is zero costing? What does zero costing mean? What does it actually look like, right? And we talk about it, but we've never actually made a full video to explain exactly what zero costing actually is. And so in today's video, I'm gonna break down exactly what zero costing is and how it's done in my life, how it used to be done in my life, how it's done in my life now, and how it will be done in my life as we continue to grow and scale really large companies. But before we get into that, make sure that you guys like, subscribe, hit the bell button. My VAs are editing the video, so it'll probably be around here somewhere. But just jump in so you guys make sure you guys always get updated content from us. Now, with that being said, let's go. Zero costing. I wanna give you guys an example of what zero costing is. And the best way I'm gonna do it is starting at the ground level and working up by giving you several examples. So the first example of zero costing is, let's say you go to the supermarket. Let's say I walk downstairs to the Whole Foods in the bottom of my apartment, go down the elevator, and I walk into Whole Foods and they have apples on sale, on clearance, for $1 a piece. So I buy 2 of them. So I spend $2 for 2 apples. Now, as I'm walking out the door, someone goes, wow, they just ran out of apples. I really want an apple. And the person says, Justin, I'm willing to pay you $2 for 1 of your apples. Now remember, I just paid $1 per apple. And so now I sell this man or woman an apple for $2. Now, when we look at the math, I walked into Whole Foods, I spent $2 for 2 apples, I walked out of Whole Foods, I've been given $2, and I still have an apple. So I was able to enjoy my end goal without having to pay for it, right? I got an apple for $0. Now, that's an example of what we kind of call random occurrence, zero costing, but I'm gonna kind of give you guys some other examples. And you guys have seen some of these in our vlogs. I just wanted to explain them a little bit more. 2 main ones I use in my life a lot here, and actually 3. 3 I use a lot here in Nashville, Tennessee. Number 1 is my penthouse view apartment that I spend roughly $6,000 a month on. Now, most people are like, Justin, that is a lot of money. Like, even if you're making $1 million, spending nearly $90,000 a year on a place to live is a lot of money. But here's the thing, I actually don't really pay for it, because here's what we do. I have a business, Sphere Rocket VA, that sells virtual assistants to real estate agents and general business owners. And so what happens is once a month, I hold an in-person mastermind in my apartment. My thousands of followers on Instagram and Facebook and on YouTube, usually about 10 a month, come and pay me about $1,000 for a 2-day intensive, right? So what happens is I get $10,000 for a 2-day intensive. Usually I spend about $2,000 to $4,000 of that 10 of their money, buying dinner, buying experiences, pre-planning things, going into some mastermind materials that they probably wouldn't have bought otherwise. And so now I'm left with $6,000. And now people are like, well, Justin, if you lived in a cheap place, you could keep all $6,000. Well, I could, but I wouldn't have the experiences that I have now. And so now I break even, but I actually I zero costed it, but I make money because a lot of those people at those events need our virtual assistants. And so then they pay our company to use our VAs or to use our softwares or all of the above, or someone signs up with coaching with me, or someone actually wants to join my real estate team, etc. And so now I've had 10 people come into my house. I get to do what I love. I love to teach. I love to pour into people. they pay a reasonably small amount to be in that setting with other badasses. So I've gotten 10,000, spent a few thousand, I'm at 6,000. Now I have no mortgage, rent, whatever you want to call it, due at all, right? And that's better than having a mortgage at $2,000 and not doing that. Because if I had a mortgage at $2,000, it probably wouldn't be the type of place I wanted to do a mastermind in. So then I'd have to go rent another space and all these different things. And so by actually spending money on a really nice place and doing something that I love and masterminding that has an end goal of also increasing my business, but also the main goal, increasing your business through leverage, you guys can now see what zero costing is. I took an idea, I said, I really want this place because it'd be great for masterminds, it'd be a great environment to host and to just be a great environment to live in. How can I get this at zero cost? I ran the math. I said I need 10 people a month, which isn't hard when I have thousands of followers. And now we're zero costing it, right? Less than I even paid when I was living in a $1,000 apartment, $2,000 apartment. I'm paying less than that. So that's an example of extreme zero costing plus actually making some money on top of it. Another example is I spend roughly $750 a year for an unlimited Topgolf. If you guys don't know what Topgolf is, Topgolf's you basically go there, you drink, you eat, you play golf on a platform. Really fun games, by the way. They had this new Angry Birds game, super fun. If you guys haven't been to Topgolf in a while, definitely should go check it out. But it's a place for me to host business, right? It's a place for me to get business meetings done, right? Where it's not always in my apartment, it's not always at a restaurant or a bar. It's a great place that I can bring 5 to 6 people to each and every time for free. We get discounted food, discounted drinks, like it just works out. And I spend $750 a year for that. Now, this is actually zero costed through sales, right? So if I host one meeting there, each and every week for 52 weeks. And each meeting I invite 10 random strangers or 10 people that I know and some of their friends, right? 52 times 5 people at each meeting is 250 people that I've now met, I've now entertained, all by doing, again, something that I love. Eat, drink, socialize, and play golf. I'm competitive, I love that stuff. And so now I've built my business around my life for $750 a year. And I usually bring in other people to pay for the food and alcohol, like lenders and partners, different things like that. And so now what happens is when someone comes and signs up for a virtual assistant, let's just say one of 250 come and sign up for a virtual assistant. I'm gonna tell you, I make more money by helping that person than $750. And so now, my $750 for a year times just one person out of the 250 has brought me a zero cost lifestyle. Now, I'll tell you, I closed closer to 50 to 100 of those deals. And so you guys can see there's a massive ROI there. So it's not only a zero cost, but again, it's another opportunity to make money. Now, I take that to the extreme again. I do it in example number 3, and you guys have seen this in some of my vlogs as well. In Nashville, there's a boat club where you can, for basically a $5,000 initiation fee, then for $500 a month after that, you basically get access to unlimited 21 boats every single day of the week, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. on one of the most beautiful lakes in all of Tennessee. And so I thought about owning a boat. I love boating, I love doing things like that. And I started looking at owning a boat, and it was $50,000 to $75,000. It's not really a business write-off, etc. But then I started to think about zero costing, found this boat club, spent $5,000 initiation, spent $6,000 on getting access for the entire year. So spent about $11,000 to get access to this boat. A lot cheaper than $50,000 to $70,000 because we don't have to take any maintenance of it, anything like that. And so now for $11,000, I had to go, how am I gonna zero cost it this year so it's not a line item on my budget affecting our profit? And what happened is I figured out, here's the thing, I'm gonna do the same thing I did at Topgolf. I'm gonna invite colleagues and friends and business owners, and when I bring people in for masterminds to do a boat day, right? We now have another location where people can come and learn, and again, do what I love to do. The activities are the key thing here. I love having a nice house. I love playing golf, and I love boating. So how can I bring my business into me? So now, again, every single, usually Friday and Saturday, because it's what we're gonna be doing anyways, we'll invite some people to come with us. We don't always do that, so I'm not saying everything in your life has to be zero costed by business, but if you attached it, and you could actually probably do more than you're doing now if you were to look at it this way. And so these were more 3 examples of how I have increased what people might see on the outside as an increased lifestyle. Oh, Justin's driving around in a 2021 Malibu boat. Oh, Justin's at Topgolf again. Oh, Justin's living in a $6,000 a month penthouse view with a 2,000 square foot patio. Like, they all think that my income is increasing, which it is. They also think that my expenses are increasing as well, which they are, but they're being offset by more income than what expenses are doing. So we're actually growing our profit margins by doing things that normal people would say is absolutely insane and actually backwards, right? I grew up watching Dave Ramsey, and I have mixed opinions on Dave Ramsey now as I've really matured in my financial path and career. Great guy for a lot of different things, but not to get wealthy. And what I learned from a lot of my wealthiest friends is you can do a lot of fun shit. You can do a lot of things in your business a lot differently when you're doing things like this and using the cost, the method, should I say, of zero costing it. So with that being said, I think you guys kind of get the clear idea now. My challenge to you is, if there's something in your business that you want to do, it could be, how do I get more leads? How do I do more of this? How do I do more business and not be so stressed? Start thinking about the things that you could do that you might not have ever stressed for, you might not have ever paid for, you might not have ever done, right? Maybe it's taking your $2,000 a month mortgage and making it 3, 4. This isn't advice you guys are gonna hear everywhere. And it's part of my goal is to tell you things that the general public's not telling you. The general public is scared to tell you to take your mortgage from $2,000 to $4,000 if you love entertaining, right? If you love entertaining and you're always entertaining and you're always bringing over your past clients and your friends and their friends, like, you will make more than $2,000 a month from referrals alone. So stop being scared and do what you want to do, right? I say this quote all the time. The people that don't get what they want, they're just too scared to do what they want to do. And there's always a way to get these things done. So with that being said, I challenge you to zero cost. Throw your ideas of zero cost down in the comments down below, guys. And we're signing off as always. If you ever have any questions, hit us up in the comments down below. We're more than happy to help you. But I'm so glad we were able to explain what zero costing is. And another way to zero cost, and make sure you do it well, is to like, subscribe, and hit the smash button, or smash the like button, should I say, to make sure you guys get updated on all of our future videos. So we'll see you guys in the next video.